Hey guys, and welcome to another video. So today's video is not going to be like a helpful tips and advice kind of video. It's basically just me talking about how I found UCAS and just registering for UCAS. I did it yesterday, and I say I did it, I literally got through probably like half of it, like 50% of it, and then I kind of stopped because I got busy. I suppose one thing that I would definitely say about UCAS is give yourself the whole day. Don't just go into it. Don't be like, I've got 10 minutes, I might as well. No, give yourself the whole day to do it. There is so much. Yeah, I don't know, I've completely forgot to do it, I'm not gonna lie. I just had like, one of my friends on a group chat was like, hey, have you guys registered for UCAS? And I was like, I should do that. And so I did, and you have like a little buzzword or something from your school, and so I typed that all in, and then I was like, oh, maybe this is it. No. Then you realise that there's like all of these different kinds of things, and literally I think the one feeling that I felt over the whole thing was just an overwhelming sense of I'm getting old. I don't know, it was just a feeling of like, especially the bit when there's like the choices in terms of your university choices and your course choices and all that kind of stuff. I genuinely felt so old. I was just doing it and I was like, how did this happen? How did I get to the point where I'm 18 and I'm 17, but I'm almost 18 and I'm choosing where I want to go for university? Like, it's such a weird feeling, and especially for me because I'm the youngest in my entire family, like on my dad's side, all here. And so, you know, I'm like, well, I remember when I was like younger, and I don't know about you guys, but I always feel like I'm still 13 or 14. That's always the age I go back to when I'm always in that sort of mindset. And then occasionally, moments like this, I have like a little like moment of, whoa, okay, wait, no, I'm not actually that. I'm 17, right? I'm going to hopefully be in university next year, right? Like, it's a scary feeling, and I think it was a bit of a shock to me because I was like, right, okay, I need to actually get this done. I need to actually choose where I want to go. If some of you watched my last video about personal statements, somebody asked, oh, what university do you want to go to, hopefully. I thought I might as well kind of mention it in this video. I'm looking at, hopefully, going to sort of Bristol or Exeter or Newcastle, plus 2 other options, which I'm not completely sure about. I think one thing I definitely want to put out there to you guys watching this is I'm not someone who has everything to a dot. I'm not someone who knows my exact pathway in life, and I don't have everything sorted. I'm organised, but not to the sense where, you know, I know what I want to do with my life. Of course I know I want to go on to do medicine, hopefully become a paediatrician and that kind of stuff. In terms of a backup plan, I'm not particularly organised and sorted, which isn't that great, I won't lie, but it's only natural, you know, I'm literally just human. I don't have everything sorted out. In fact, in terms of like open days, I have been to 1 open day, which isn't great. It's not my fault, okay? Most open days were during my exams, and I couldn't go, and I didn't want to, you know, mix up my exams and get them changed and scheduled, because that would have been like too confusing and annoying. So I did my exams and missed a bunch of open days, and I'm hoping to squeeze in as many as I can in September. The only one I did go to was Imperial, which was so lovely, and I had like this half-an-hour talk with 2 students who do medicine there, and they were so enthusiastic. And I think one thing that I had already decided was that I didn't want to stay in London to go to like whatever, you know, course I decided to do. I didn't want to stay in London for university because for me I was like, I will just get tired of it. I don't know, someone who doesn't live in London might be like, how can you get tired of London? It's meant to be great, right? It is great, but it's like, I don't know if I want to just stay in this area. But then when I'm in London, I'm like, it's so great, I'd love to live here. But then it's so expensive. London is like 10 times more, probably not 10 times, but so much more expensive than other places in England. And so it's really, like, I don't know if I really want to be living, you know, that kind of lifestyle whilst in university. So, I don't know, I'm still a bit torn. I'm like, I want to stay in London, but I don't want to stay in London, but I want to go. I like the idea of going somewhere else, somewhere new, and starting a life there and learning lots more about the area there, the people there, and living something exciting. And then when I come back for holidays, live in London, have that great experience. And so I quite like the idea of having both. I'm a bit greedy in that sense. But yeah, something like Imperial anyway, you need like an A-star and 2 A's for your A-levels to get in for medicine. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get an A-star. Like 3As itself is quite stressful. An A-star, ooh, a little bit more tricky. And so I'm like, maybe I'll leave that. I suppose there are a bunch of different great universities in London, so I'm not too sure whether I want to stay in London or not. I'm sort of like in and out about it. Bristol, which I said is probably my first choice. I haven't been there, but lots of people who have went to the open days or who are planning to go there, or I've watched a lot of their videos, it seems just like such a wonderful place. Don't take my word for it, because like I said, I haven't been there, but I've simply just watched their videos. And I'd say in terms of like course-wise, I know like with something like medicine, in terms of the course, it's very similar across like most of the universities. It's more the way it's taught that tends to be varied, whereas in courses like, you know, generally engineering, that tends to have quite a varied course. English, quite a varied course with universities. Something like medicine tends to have quite a similar structure in the way it's taught, in that kind of syllabus, if you like. So that's not something I can easily differentiate. It's more like the area, what the university's like, the support I'll get. All of those are the kind of things that I'm looking at. So yeah, it's really tricky in that sense to choose a university, but Bristol just seems like such a lovely place, and my cousin who went there for an open day was like, you'll love it, it's a very you kind of place. So which is something I quite like. I want to be somewhere with culture, but nightlife, but a really great system, like in terms of support, especially for like medical students. It gets stressful, so I want that kind of thing. And then my second option was Exeter, because that seems like a great university as well. And so I wouldn't mind going there. Newcastle as well was looking really good. I don't know, it's just really stressful. I think just picking a university to go to, I don't know, it's the sense that, especially for something like medicine, you're going to be spending so much money there, but also so much of your time there. And I want to be happy. I want to be really happy. And I'm sure, you know, and I probably will be happy no matter where I go, but I want to get the maximum happiness I can get from somewhere. And I just don't want to make the wrong decision and hate it, because I know either way, wherever I go, I'm going to get really scared and nervous and be like, oh, I feel lonely. So I want to make sure I'm somewhere that I'm like comfortable with. And so making that decision is really stressy. And I don't know, I think, I keep telling myself, I've told myself this entire term, over summer I'm going to find out where I want to go. And summer is almost starting, so yeah. In terms of the course, I'm pretty sure I want to do medicine. Like, I'm doing medicine, hopefully. That's what I want to do. So that's like my 4 options gone to medicine. And then that lovely 5th option is a bit stressful right now. If you don't know, for medicine, you can only apply for 4 universities for medicine, and your 5th option on UCAS has to be something else. Tends to be like your backup plan. Most people tend to go for biomedical sciences or biochemistry, and the way they do that is they do like that course and then they go into medicine. And personally, I'm not a massive fan of chemistry, especially like for something like biochemistry, biomedical sciences. There's a lot of chemistry in that, like so much. Obviously medicine as well has lots of chemistry, but it's more anatomy and, you know, clinical and patient to patient, all that kind of like, that kind of thing. Whereas with something like the other two, it's a lot more, this is the chemistry of what's going on. And I don't really enjoy that. And I think what I've always said is I don't want to do something I genuinely don't enjoy. Like, I'm not spending time and money somewhere where I'm not going to enjoy it. That's not what I'm going to do with my life. And so, I don't know, a little idea that I have, which may or may not happen, depending how medicine goes, is maybe teaching. I've always really enjoyed teaching people, especially younger children. I don't know whether I'm like, do I want to be a primary school teacher or a secondary school teacher? I don't know. This is all just like a backup idea if medicine doesn't work out. I feel like this is such a rambling video, I know. But it's literally all the thoughts that have been in my mind the last few weeks. It's literally just this. It's like a, what happens if I don't get the grades? What happens if this happens? And so yeah, I've kind of realised I don't want to go into like the chemistry of things. So I'd much rather just be like, you know what, scrap it and do something that I do enjoy other than medicine, and that would probably be teaching. And I've spoken to teachers about it, and they're like, with something like that, you'd probably have to take a degree in some sort of biology or like anatomy, something to do with whatever science you want to go into, and then take a teaching course after it, and it's all a little bit complicated. And I think that's where I'm at. Finding things a bit stressful right now, I'm not gonna lie. I think that's definitely what I wanted. Like I said, I want to put across that I haven't got everything done. I don't completely know what's going on. I'm a bit all over the place, but I've got things a bit sorted. So yeah, it's just a bit scary, I think, this moment in time. I know, because I remember I have this one teacher at school who always, every time we have an assembly to do with UCAS and all that kind of stuff, he's like, you're at a really important time in your life. Never again will you have the freedom to do, you know, this much freedom of what you want to do for the rest of your life. And I'm literally just there like, too much responsibility. Yeah, I think generally this stage in our life is quite tricky in the sense that it's like the next move in chess, and this is going to make a big difference kind of thing. You know, where you want to study. It's so strange, like where you choose to study is going to have such a big impact, because what you'll learn, the people you'll meet, all of that kind of stuff. I don't know, it's a bit of a weird video this. It's just me being like, I'm in this process and it's a bit complicated and a bit stressful, but I'm going to get through it like I do with everything. And hopefully, you know, by the end of this summer I will know where I want to go, and I will know what I want to do with the rest of my life, or the next 5 years of my life. Yeah, I kind of just wanted to talk about that. Please do comment down below how you're finding it. Please do be like, feel free to be like, I'm panicking out. We can panic together. If you're someone who has it all sorted out, go you. Not me at all. Yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. I know it's not a helpful advice or tips on this. It's literally me being like, I'm in the middle of this mess, but I'm kind of getting through it. And yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're still watching, go you. Give it a thumbs up if you're also feeling a little bit of a mess. Like I said, comment down below if you're feeling like this is all a bit of a mess. Feel free to subscribe to The Student Room for lots more new content from not only myself, but lots of other cool creators. As you know, my Twitter is @_Manisha P. My Instagram is @bitofafangirl, and my own YouTube channel where I post cool videos and whatnot is @bitofafangirl. So do go check all of those kind of stuffs out. And I hope you just have a really, really great day. And I love you guys lots and lots, and I shall see you guys sometime soon. Bye!